Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back for part 3 of this week's Westside Wellbeing with myself, Jamie from Coaches for Change. So, as mentioned in part 2, part 3 is going to be more focused on the upper body, still a little bit more core, and maybe a few full body exercises as well. So just before we get into the upper body, we're just going to do some rotations through the shoulders so we can loosen up those shoulder joints. Just finding that natural rotation through the shoulders. The rotation doesn't have to be too big or too small, just wherever feels comfortable. And when we're set and ready, we're going to take them back the opposite way. You might find as you rotate the arms back behind you, you lose a little bit of range of movement because really working through that backwards rotation into the scapula and the rhomboids. Lovely stuff. We're just going to go 4, 3, 4, 2, and 4, 1. Nice. We're going to take the right arm across the torso, take that left hand, place it just above that elbow joint, and then start to squeeze that arm into the torso. And we're just going to get a little bit of neck movement in here. So to start with, you're going to turn your head towards your hands so we can open up that neck, and then we're going to turn it over the shoulder. So getting a little bit more contraction through those neck muscles. Again, nice and steady, nice and controlled. We're just going to do a few more of these. And then from there, we're going to switch the arms. So that left arm's going to come across the torso. Move that microphone out of the way slightly. Squeeze the right arm just above that left elbow. And from here, we're going to turn the head towards the hands. And then just carefully start rotating through the neck. Working and mobilizing into those neck muscles, opening up through the back of the shoulder, so into that rear delt. Get a little bit of a tricep stretch as well. And talking of tricep stretches, we're going to go into one. So we're going to take the right hand, place it as close to the center of the spine as you can. Then from there, take that left hand, and again, take the hand behind the elbow joint, squeeze behind that elbow joint, really making sure you're lifting the head here. So we've got a nice neutral spine and the arm isn't pushing the head forward, putting any unnecessary tension through the neck. And we're just going to hold for 3, 2, and 1. We're going to switch arms. So we're going to take the left hand behind the back, place the palm of the hand as close into the center of the spine as you can. Right hand comes round the back of that elbow. And again, just start to gently squeeze into the back of the elbow, making sure the head's nice and elevated, so that spine's nice and straight. There's no pressure going through the neck. It's also going to help you open up through that shoulder joint as well. And we're just going to hold for 3, 2, and 1. Lovely stuff, everyone. Nice. Give it a little bit of a shake out. So to start with, we're going into a good old-fashioned push-up. So we're going to go 2 variations here. So we're going to come down onto the mat. We're going to start with the triceps. So narrow grip through the hands. So ultimately hands shoulder width apart. So you can go into that full plank press up if you wish to, or you can bring it down onto the knees. But if we bring it onto the knees, maybe slide the hands forward a little bit, allowing you to push the hips forward. So you've got that nice straight line from the shoulders down to the knees, and when we're set and ready, we're just tucking those elbows nice and deep into the side of the torso. So ultimately working through the arms in that 90-degree angle, so we can really keep the emphasis into the triceps here. And again, if being on the knees does still feel a little bit too much, you can drop the toes down to the floor as well. That's going to take a little bit more of the weight away. But by all means, if you want to be in that full high plank push-up position, feel free to give it a go. We're just going to go for 6, 4, 5, slight readjustment, 4, 4, 4, 3, 4, 2, and 4, 1. Nice, lovely stuff, everyone. Take a little bit of a moment. As from here, we're going to take it out into that standard, more wide grip push-up. So this time we take the hands kind of either side of the mat or just off the side of the mat if you are working to a mat, just to allow yourself to have that nice angle so you can flare the elbows out nice and wide. And again, you can take it into that full plank press up position if you wish to, but if you want to bring it to the knees, again, don't push the hips back, push the hips forward. So you've got that nice straight line from the shoulders down to the knees. And then when we're set and ready, let's go for it. Putting the emphasis more into the pectoral muscles here, so working across the chest. Those tricep muscles become the secondary muscle group. But again, because we worked into those triceps, that's really going to allow the chest to do a lot of the work. Trying to take the emphasis away from the triceps. We're just going to go 5 more. Stick with me. Strong work for 5, 4, 4, 4, 3, 4, 2, and 4, 1. Lovely stuff, everyone. Nice. Take a little bit of a moment. Feel free to take a little bit of water on board if you wish to. We'll take 20 seconds or so. So again, feel free to move around the space that you're doing your workout in today, just to let that blood flow through the body again. Because next up, we're going to work into the back. We're going to cover all the different areas of the back. Ultimately, all the back muscles, primarily the lat muscles, getting a little bit into the rear delts, your traps, your scapula, your rhomboids. And we're just going to do that with the same movement, but we're going to alter our grip. So we're going to go into a bent over row. A little bit like before in part 2, into that RDL position. So what we do is we push the hips back, naturally start to bend through the knees. We're going to go overhand grip from here. So ultimately your knuckles are going to be pointing out in front of you. Torso's nice and straight. And you're just going to start to pull the hands in towards the torso. Give it a nice squeeze between the shoulder blades. So we're working into the upper lat muscles. And again, starting to get into those rhomboids, a little bit into the rear delts, a little bit into the traps. If you come straight into part 3 after part 2, you might start to feel this in your hamstrings as well and into your glutes, because we're holding that position and the hamstrings, the glutes are engaged as we hold through the legs, working through the arms. 4, 6, 4, 5, nice, creating that nice diagonal line through the torso. 4, 5, 4, 4, 3, 4, 2, and 4, 1. Nice, stand up nice and tall. Maybe give the glutes a little squeeze as well. That's going to pull that tension out from the lower back that might have just gathered. We'll take a little bit of a moment and we're going to do the exact same movement, but this time we're going to go underhand grip. So ultimately the palms are going to be facing away from you. So we set that stance again. We push the hips back in that straight line. Nice natural bend through the knee. But this time with the torso, instead of keeping that angle, I want you to try and bring it as parallel to the floor as you possibly can. Palms facing away, fists nice and clenched, and then we still start to work the hands up in towards the side of the torso. So from here, this is going to work deeper into the base of the lat muscles, through the center, a little bit at the top of the lats as well. Whereas when we go overhand grip, we're starting to integrate the rear of the shoulders. Where that reverse grip, we somewhat eliminate the rear of the shoulders and putting all the emphasis into those lat muscles. Yeah, and if you're starting to feel this, what you want to do is think about pulling your belly button in and back towards your spine. That's really going to engage those transverse abdominals in the base of the core and start to open up that lower back. We're just going to go 4, 5, 4, 4, 3, 4, 2, and 4, 1. Lovely stuff, everyone. Nice. Take a little moment. Not gonna lie, I felt that right into my legs then, into those hamstrings. So we're gonna take a little moment. We'll take 20 seconds. Next off, we're going to start working into the biceps and the shoulders a little bit. By all means, if you have got some small dumbbells that you want to incorporate into this workout, by all means, feel free to do so. If you want to get real classic with it, get a few cans of beans out, a few bottles of water. But for myself today, again, using no equipment, just the body, because we can still get that blood pumping through the muscle groups and still get a little bit of a sweat on, as I'm doing now. So next, we're going to go into a curl and press. So hands are going to come down by the side. We're going to clench those fists nice and tight, like you're holding the heaviest set of dumbbells you've ever held. From here, keeping the top of the arms nice and tucked into the torso, we're going to curl the palms up, so palms face in, and then we're going to drive the hands up and overhead, rotating the palms out, so we're getting that nice rotation through the shoulders. I realise I'm coming out the top of the screen here, so I'm going to bring it to the knees. If you want to bring it to the knees, no problem at all. That might also help you integrate that core a little bit more. So whether you're standing or down on the knees, what I want you to do now is think about pulling the belly button in and lifting / zipping it up towards that diaphragm. So we're really lengthening through those core muscles. That's also going to engage those transverse abdominals right in the base of the core. Again, tend to sit dormant in quite a lot of people. If you want to add another level to it as we work through the biceps and the shoulders, engage and squeeze into the glutes as well. So we're getting that glute activation in that static hold, belly buttons pulled in and lifted / zipped up towards that diaphragm, and just working through the biceps into the shoulders. Yeah, I got you doing a fair amount of repetitions on this one. We're going to go for 6, 4, 5, 4, 4. Keep that control, keep that form, that technique. 4, 3, 4, 2. Oh, pops and cracks coming out my shoulders here. And 4, 1. Lovely stuff, everyone. Nice. Take a little moment. Feel free to move around a little bit. Take a little bit of water on board if you wish to. Because from here, what we're going to do is we're going to remove one of those exercises and we're going to put it straight back into the biceps. So we're standing nice and tall or down on the knees, don't mind. Fists nice and clenched, top of the arms nice and tucked into the torso, and then just working through the elbow joints. So we're getting that contraction into the bicep muscle. And again, get that nice rotation through the wrists. The palms are facing in towards the thighs at the bottom. And then as we lift up and curl through the biceps, palms turn in and face in towards the torso. Nice, really keeping the emphasis back into the biceps here. We're going to go for 6, 4, 5, 4, 4, 4, 3. Oh, I can feel the blood gathering in those biceps. 4, 2, and 4, 1. Nice, give the arms a little bit of a shake again. Feel free to move around the floor a little bit because we're going to take it back into the shoulders again. So we're going to work a little bit of water, always required. Again, quite humid today. So we're going to work primarily into the front and the side delts here. So again, hands are going to come to the thighs. Clench those fists as tight as you can. We're going to lift both the arms straight out in front of us. Open out to the side. We come back into the center and lower the arms down. So the arms come straight up, out, in, and back down. Nice. On that next repetition, as the arms come out, really try and squeeze those shoulder blades together. That way we can start getting into the rear delts and the rhomboids a little bit. So this is a really good exercise, even without weights, just to really work into that shoulder mobility, that shoulder strength. And again, it allows you to work into the front delts here, side delts here. And if we squeeze the hands back behind the shoulder line, it's starting to incorporate into those rear delts as well. Again, these are one of those same movements. Think about pulling the belly button in and lifting it up towards the diaphragm so that base of the core, is nice and engaged. Again, if you want to squeeze into those glutes, squeeze into those glutes. Stick with me. We're going a few more repetitions. We're going to go 4 more from here. For 4. Nice and steady, nice and controlled. 4, 3. Good work, everyone. 4, 2. And 4, 1. Nice, good work. You want to take a little moment, a little walk around if you wish to. We're going to take it into our final movement. And this is going to be a full body movement. So we're going to finish off incorporating the legs back in, working into that core a little bit, and working in the upper body. So we're going to go into bear crawls or static bear crawls. So I'm going to bring myself to the back of the mat. All we're going to do from here is you're going to bring yourself down to the hands down to the floor. You're going to walk it out to it nice and long in that plank position. Add a push up if you wish to, and then carefully walk it all the way back in. So let's go for it. We take the hands down, we walk it out. Feel free to add that press if you wish to. And as you walk it in, really bending through the knees, sink the hips back over the heels so we can take the pressure away from the hamstrings and the lower back and just start to really work through the natural mechanics of the body as smoothly as possible. This is our last little push, part 3. Little finisher of the bear crawls, utilising the legs, having to utilise the core as we walk our way out, utilising the upper body. We're going to go for 3 more. Last little push. We go. 4, 3. Nice, good work, everyone. Stick with me. Last 2 repetitions. Walking it out. 4, 2. All the way back in. Last repetition. We're down, we're out, we press if we wish to, we walk it back in, and we lift ourselves up. Whew. Good little finisher there, everyone. Again, take a little bit of water on board. Take your time, relax. Excellent work, everyone, this week. 3 parts: mobility, legs, upper body, a little bit of core integrated into all of them. Whew, gotta catch my breath before I sign off here. Thank you very much for your time, everyone. My name's Jamie again from Coaches for Change, here supporting Westside Wellbeing. We're here every Wednesday, 1 p.m. Like and subscribe. We'll see you soon. Have a good day, everyone. Goodbye.